Yes, I am. The recipe is 500 years old. Jeez. It's actually more than that. It's like 600, I think. No, it's 500, but it's just more than 500. Anyways, it's also National Day of the Deployed, so we can say thank you and salute to everyone who served in the U.S. military. It's also National Chicken Fried Steak Day, and, ooh, Austrian National Day. It's like I didn't know that. It's the Australian, like, National Day. Okay, that's neat, because if I'm right, Austria is like, it's been 56 years since the day was declared an official holiday. Wow. Okay, so it's been around for that long, but it's been about 56 years since this has been an actual day. That's neat. Okay. Moving right along, we have October 27th, which is Black Cat Day. Ooh, that's a little bit of a, whatchamacallit? Let's go back to the 13th so I can find the right word. Not skeptical, but superstitious. That's a little bit more about superstition. I think we're getting closer to, you know what I'm talking about, the 30th, of course. Or really the 31st, but the 30th. Frankenstein Friday is the last Friday in October, and yes, we are getting much more closer to it. National Tell a Story Day is in Scotland and in the UK. National Tell a Story Day is in Scotland and in the UK. There it is. And it's also Navy Day. Like the color, and I'm pretty sure is serving. So again, thank you to everyone who served in the U.S. Navy and across the globe as a Navy Corps, because it's really hard, apparently, to do all of that. And I'm not scoffing or mocking. I'm not being sarcastic. It is a grueling exercise every single day to just get up and have to go to a mindset that you might be going to battle. That's all. There's also Make a Difference Day on October 28th, the 4th Saturday of that month, which just means helping your neighbors out, just being a social person. Make a difference in someone else's life, or make a difference in your own. Do something good for yourself that you just haven't done in a while. Like, I know you guys need it, so just do it. Anyways, it's also Plush Animal Lovers Day. I'm trying to find out how to get more plushes, actually. I know I'm just really old for it. Also not that old for it, but there's, like, Riggy plushes, and there's Heminations now. There's just a lot of good YouTubers that are selling plushes. If I think of some cartoon characters out, and I start publishing onto the YouTube page algorithm, and people start watching my stuff, you know, despite you guys loyal viewers, of course, but, like, if people really start enjoying my stuff, plushes are in order. October 29th is Hermit Day. Sorry. Yes, of course it would be. Hermit crabs, hermit, the person, or, like, the lifestyle, and then also National Cat Day. Oh, wow. Like, for the animal, it's National Cat Day. Okay, cool. I just was not expecting to see that late in the year, I guess. National Dog Day was, like, July, if I'm right. I'm probably wrong. I'm getting these days confused. It's National Frankenstein Day now. So I know I talked about Frankenstein Friday, but it's actually literally National Frankenstein Day, which is, if I'm right, that Sunday? My gosh. Okay, so the 29th is a Sunday, 28th is a Saturday, and that Friday was Frankenstein Friday. So National Frankenstein Day is the 29th, and October 30th is National Candy Corn Day. Okay, we are really ranking it up now. We've gone from Frankensteins and Black Cats on the 27th to Frankenstein Day on the 29th, and now it's candy corn, which is the, you know, national symbol for Halloween, which just happens to be October 31st this time. I know it always has 31 days in this month, but I don't know why I feel like Halloween should be the 30th. I guess people would just go into that mindset that fast. It's also Mischief Night, for those who didn't know, on the 30th, like the day before Halloween. So if you already want to TP people's houses, which is throwing toilet paper on other people's neighbors' houses, and I don't think people do that anymore, but I think you should, you could totally do it. It's Haunted Refrigerator Night on the 30th. It's a time for British summertime to start ending, so, like, across the world, the daylight cycle starts ending and summertime starts ending for them. Let's see what else it is. There's a couple anniversaries for different places. I'm trying to find things that don't directly associate with Halloween, but I can't find a lot. So we're moving on to the 31st, which should definitely have something about Halloween, because it's Halloween on the 31st. Isn't that a surprise? Big old shocker. Gotta get your good costumes on. You know, it's just Carve a Pumpkin Day if you're gonna stay back. Put some pumpkin seeds or something else in your pumpkin. Or maybe you have to carve them out. I forgot how to carve a pumpkin. Anyways, you take your pumpkin, you turn it into a jack-o'-lantern, you sit them out on your doorstep, you go trick-or-treating around. Even if you're 32, you're wearing a costume. As long as you got children, it's technically socially appropriate. And then you also have a day to increase your psychic powers. So we all have like a level field as humans, just in general, to have psychic abilities. And right now is the day to do it. It's just October 31st, so it's a day to increase your psychic awareness of everything. So that's pretty cool. What other Halloween episode-ish days do we have? It's National Caramel Apple Day on the 31st. Ooh, one that technically kind of associates to Halloween is Books for Treats Day. So on Halloween, there's candy in the mind for books. You know, candy for the mind is books. So if you want, like, to give out books that are just old to children, you know what? Maybe hand out the candy too. Like, give them a Kit Kat and give them a Thomas and Friends book. Or give them, like, a Hershey's bar and give them the Declaration of Independence book. I don't know. It's all over the place. Excuse me. Oh, a good one that doesn't technically associate with Halloween is Girl Scout Founders Day. So this commemorates the heroics of Juliette Gordon Lau, who founded the Girl Scouts. That is impressive. I think we talked about a lot of that closer in the summertime, because that's when holidays have been talking about Scouts, Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts. But Girl Scouts Founders Day probably connected back to Halloween. That's neat. It's also Magic Day and National Doorbell Day, because of course it's National Doorbell Day, and the magic just makes sense by this point. It's all appropriate because it's all Halloween. Oh my gosh, there's just so much that has to do with things like that. And then of course there's other holidays that don't completely associate with Halloween entirely. Just National Knock Knock Joke Day, National Prince Day. We have Reformation Day, World Savings Day, so, you know, keeping money, or whatever kind of form of currency you have, to yourself. World Cities Day, and Samhain, which is a sacred bonfire to call out to the gods on this night. That's cool. I wonder which religion celebrates that. While I sidetrack entirely, I'm going to go and cut this podcast off and say, have a happy entire month for holidays, because, yeah, I mean, I just covered everything, so... This should be the 4th and the 5th, and I'm signing off. It's been DJ A. It's been fun, and have a good holiday days. Have a lot of good holiday days. You know what? I'm just not going to take a long time to celebrate and say that I'm logging off. I'm just going to go ahead and say that I'm cutting this thing off. Oh, I remember what I was going to say. It's about mice meat. It's just really...